it's raining again. Doppler said the storm was gone, but it's raining again. Wet. So much wet. Yep. Wet. Hey everybody. Welcome to Adam Lives Adventure. It's been a minute. It's been quite a busy summer. I'd like to get into regularly posting videos again, but we'll see. Today, I'm here to talk to you about the Crusher 225EX. Again. I'm flying off the cuff for this one. I took some notes. I'm not going to go find them. We got that much time. When whiskey's gone, I'm going to bed. So, this is my third try. Quit 2 times. I guess I should talk about it, huh? It's, for anyone who doesn't know, for all I've talked about over the past 4 years, Crusher is a mass start or a enhanced expedition race. You can do it with a whole bunch of other people and kind of race it, or you can do it by yourself or with a small group and do it whenever you want between July and September. All kinds of different distances, different levels of nonsense. I have chosen the 225 mile edition as my method of punishment. Started with that, quit in 2021, and really wanted to earn my Triple Crown. Look it up. Wanted to earn my Triple Crown with 225 because that's where I quit. Didn't get it done last year, got DQ'd. So this year, I was feeling underprepared. I was feeling nervous. Haven't been able to ride as much. It's been a crazy summer. But I felt mentally good. Like, my mind was very strong. My gear was good. Felt very confident in the people I was riding with. So, training deficiency I felt that I could make up for. So break it down into parts. We've got the start to Huron. We've got Huron to Lance. Lance to Herman, I guess. Herman to Yellow Dog, and Yellow Dog to the end. So, gosh, that's more sections than I thought I had. What is that, 5? Beginning to the Huron. So we start in Koski Corners. It's like a little bit kind of by Champion-Ishpeming area. And looks like it's going to rain, but we're not sure when. So it's not raining. Get the truck all shut up. Everything's closed. Starting to lock things up. Going to take our picture to start. Starts raining. Keeps raining. Just a mist. But we stopped pretty early and thought, yeah, let's get the rain jackets on. So did that. Never took it off. Yeah, just rained. It was fine. The trail was good. Red Road, which is sandy, was fine. It was packed down from the rain. But it was wet. You know, just not hard rain, thankfully, but cool and rainy. And it's nothing to complain about. It's fine. Just deal with it. But it's not awesome. It's kind of like, just gives you a damper on the mind. It's like, ugh, I kind of wish it wasn't raining. So you got to move past that. You know, be positive. Just move on. Spigot at mile 33. Got to fill water. Didn't drink much up to that point. Cliff River Falls was the checkpoint. That was cool. 50-something. Got to mouth of the Huron River with no real issues other than the rain. Fun story about energy. I put out there earlier in the day when there was worries about the water, because the Huron River crossing can be nothing or it can be chest deep like it was last year. So I said, this northwest wind we've got, it's going to blow all the water out to Lake Superior, and we're going to have a massive sandbar and just walk right across. And sure enough, we got past the real sandy trail leading in, and there's a little part where you come up this little rise, and you can see through the trees, you can see the lake, and I could see that sandbar, and it was all the way across. Not all the way. There was a little bit of a crossing, but it was pretty minimal. It was at most knee deep, but probably not even that. Had a pretty quick transition at the Huron. Went to the bathroom, got changed. Shoes, that is. Just changed my socks because everything was wet. No, it was good. That was the first leg. 166 miles, something like that. I had 40 miles to get to L'Anse. So started the big slog of a climb. It's mostly gravel, not like nonsense, not rutted out trails and mud and whatever. So it was fine. It's a climb. It's a long climb. I don't know, 14 miles or something, but not hard. You just ride. You're able to just put your head down and ride. You don't have to suffer through a bunch of stuff. It was good. It took a while. They take you away from L'Anse before they bring you back, but eventually we made our way in, rolled in, and the rain had stopped, thankfully. Got to L'Anse later than we wanted. I'd say 4:35, maybe 5 o'clock. We rolled in to Subway. Spent a lot of time there. This was our biggest stop. We were self-supported, so nobody meeting us out there with food or water or anything like that. We were carrying everything we needed. So this was a big stop for us because between mile 104 and 240, there's nothing other than filtering water. So there's no cities, there's no anything really. I mean, Herman, I guess, is a city, but it's like 2 houses and a railroad crossing. It's not much. So we each got a foot-long sub, packed half of it. Got a bunch of stuff at the gas station, got a big jug of water, filled everything, changed, fresh kit on, fresh socks, all that. Of course, fresh socks and wet shoes is, the hollows are great. Props to hollow socks, but when you're in the rain all day and your shoes are wet, your feet aren't going to be dry. You just accept it. So we moved on. Looked like the rain was going to break up on the Doppler. Did not look like the rain was going to break up on the sky. The sky looked like rain. The sky was right. Doppler was wrong. It rained and rained some more. So we stopped on the side of a light highway, county road, and we're hiding out under some trees, and we're like, yep, it's time for the rain pants. I ended up getting a pair of cheap rain pants on Amazon for $15 like 3 days before the ride. Saved me. I was so glad I got those rain pants. Oh my goodness. So I twirled them around tight around my ankles and stuffed them into my socks because they were a little baggy. They're like parachute pants. But yeah, we got all the rain gear zipped up, and then we just kind of sat there looking out at this rain, and the rain got heavier and heavier, and it's like, yeah, we're not getting anywhere standing here, so we might as well be moving. So we started moving. And when you move in the rain, it's not so bad. Mentally, it's really tough to get moving, but once you get moving, you just accept it. You just move on, deal with it. It's no big deal. It's just water. It wasn't too cold yet, mid-50s, and we're doing a lot of climbing, so you at least you're staying warm. Yeah, we had a bit of a slog. There was a road. I'll probably drop a video in here. Holy crap. So here's what I'm talking about. This nonsense. Look at this. Look at these bastards. Millions. It's it. 4 miles uphill of those. It's still light out and we're almost to Herman. So, and there's sun. Sunshine! You even saw a rainbow. So you can see, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I wasn't really upset, but it was like, what is, it's a head scratcher. Like, I don't know. Why are we on this road? But, after that, we turned onto some, I don't even know what to call it. This Crusher Road. It's a Crusher Road. It's UTV, or I don't know, what do you call it? Side by sides, whatever. Like golf carts with big tires. Uh, show my ignorance there. So you got 2 tire tracks that are rutted out with, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 18 inches of water on average, and then there's a hump in the center, and the hump is filled with weeds. So if you can stay on the hump, you're good. And then sometimes there's a rut, and you pushes you right down into the water. And then one of the puddles was probably a good 50, 60 feet long, and it was up to hubs deep, we can say. So I was trying to ratchet to get through. So you like pull your pedals back and pedal and pedal and pedal, and don't do a full rotation. So theoretically, to not get your feet even wetter. Well, I was ratcheting, and then the water was above my feet anyway, so might as well pedal at that point. Feet were soaked, just so. Oh, bumping the camera. Oh, bumping the camera. Yep, I gotta move. Oh boy, professional quality here. That's good. Got through that stuff. Got past US 41, and that's where buddy Tim had enough. That's his decision. I will never begrudge anyone for quitting doing Crusher. I've done it multiple times. It happens to all of us. Sometimes we're just not there. And he had a straight shot back to the car, so we said, hey, you did a great job. Thanks for riding with us. And he went back to the truck. So then it was up to me and Jeff to soldier on through the night. And soldier on we did. So we made it to Herman in the night. Little town, like I said, it's a little railroad crossing. And I could see there was a street light. So I thought, I'm going to sit on that street light and change. So I found a dry spot that was like out in the middle of the road. I'm like, I don't care. I'm sitting in the middle of the road. So I put grocery bags, which I had gotten at the gas station, and I thought, the lady asked me if I wanted a bag. I'm like, I'm getting a candy bar, and I don't really need a... Yeah, I'll take a bag. I don't know when I'll need it. So luckily I had a quick trip bag for carrying my shoes at river crossings, and then I had the second bag. So pulled my socks off because they were soaked. There's no drying them. Everything is soaked at this point. My backups are all soaked. I had stuff in plastic bags, but I was riding in it. You can't dry it when it's raining, so it just, is what it is. I put the bags over my feet, barefoot, and then put my socks on, and then tucked my rain pants into my socks to get a moisture barrier, because my feet were getting pruned, and I didn't want to get infection. I didn't want to get, I don't know if trench foot would be applicable here, but yeah, didn't want anything nasty happening, so I wanted that moisture barrier. Turned out to be a great idea. Really worked. And then we turned onto the road that heads to Celotex Road, which for those in the know is what heads to Mount Kerwood, which begins... Look, I don't know if I can swear on YouTube. I don't know what else to call it. This shit, that's just what I call it. It's a section between Mount Kerwood, Trail of No Return, Mount Arvon, and then Rock Cut, all in a row. Mount Kerwood is a light climb with lots of puddles and mud over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for like miles on end. And then Trail of No Return is a 14 to 17% climb with rocks and mud for about a mile and a half. I'd say the first half mile is pretty steep, and then it kind of levels out. Wasn't too bad this year because the rain actually washed the mud away, so you could get to the rocks underneath and actually get purchased, so that wasn't too bad. Just hike a bike, pushing your bike up a big hill. Mount Arvon did suck. I think that was probably the hardest for me. It was unrideable. It could have been rideable, but it was just, ugh. It was so rutted out and muddy, and then sticks in the way. And you just couldn't. It's like a 4 mile climb, and it's a tough climb. So I wasn't discouraged at all by it, but it was definitely I'm ready for this one to be done. I'm ready to be at the register, sitting on a picnic table, drying my feet off. So, yeah. Oh, we had our subs on Mount Kerwood. Getting ahead of myself. That was good. It's nice to have a little break, eat some food. Arvon too did some reorganizing, some shuffling, trying to charge devices. Recommendation: keep a extra charger cable in a Ziploc bag, because when water gets into your charger cable and you try to stick it into your device, it doesn't work. On a Garmin, if you try to plug a wet charger cable into a Garmin, it'll freak the F out. Does not know what's going on, will shut off 3 times on you, will not function. That's a little scary. An iPhone will actually beep at you and say, please pull the plug, liquid detected in the charging port. So that's a tip for you guys. Make sure your charger cables are dry. I think that's what killed my iPhone last year. Yeah, tried the dry stuff out there, get some stuff charged, whatever we could. Yeah, and then headed off of Arvon to Rock Cut. So we've got the worst stuff behind us. Rock Cut wasn't bad. There was a nice little single track. I don't know what to call it. I guess single track / deer trail / whole bunch of roots and stuff right through the woods. Completely unnecessary trail, but it was actually really fun. Lots of little step downs on roots. That was a blast. Loved it. Garmin's were a little freaky, turning around, trying to get to Rock Cut, and then we finally got up there and got redemption from missing it last year. Really hard to take pictures of Rock Cut at night, so we doubled up, took pictures of the sign just to be safe. We took backup selfies too, so like we took a selfie and then a picture of the other person, so we all had photos on each other's devices. Yeah, nothing really else to know. Oh, I saw a moose on Mount Kerwood. That was cool. It was like 10 feet away. Heard a crash, look over, that's a moose. So first time. That was really cool. Yeah, so just heading on into the darkness. We're done with Chillinot Turn. We got Rock Cut. Then it's just soldier on until dawn starts coming up, and lots of mud, lots of just rutted out ATV trails, just climbs over and over again. You know, it's Crusher. Just keep pushing, keep pedaling, don't stop, keep moving. That's all you gotta do. It was slow. It was a slog. But we knew daylight was coming, and we thought every mile we can log. 6 a.m. is kind of the magic, because then we've got, 6 a.m., right? Because then we've got 10 hours? Yeah, 10 hours to 4 p.m., which is buckle cutoff. So figure 10 hours, the more miles we can get done for 10 hours, we can get close to buckle time. And we were on point. Our pace was good, but just slow through all that shit. We started to see daylight, and it looked bad. It was cloudy, and it looked like we were going to be in for rain again. Now, it didn't rain through the night, which was good. I kept the rain gear on all night long because it was chilly. I mean, it's 45, so it wasn't terrible, and we're climbing, so you know you're staying warm again. But sunlight started to come up, speed started to pick up, got into some gravel roads, started to get to like close to Ford Road and a bunch of rolling gravel hills. There's a section where Jeff wanted to go, and I was like, go, man. I'm not on buckle pace. I am happy, feeling good, not hurt, not tired, got all the food and water I need. I can filter at Yellow Dog. Good. Go on. Do your thing. Get the buckle. So he took off on his own, and I rode on my own. And I was a little bummed because I didn't think I was going to get a buckle, but I knew at that point that I was going to finish. I was at like mile 175. It's about 25-ish miles to go to the Yellow Dog River crossing, and then from there like 37 miles to the finish. So yeah, I just kept pushing it out. Took me a while to get to Yellow Dog, but I started to pick up the pace a little bit because I started to think I might be able to buckle. Might just be there. Got to Yellow Dog, filtered water, had a ball movement, buried it, climbed a big hill, and then kept moving. And then I started to think I was more and more in buckle pace, so I started to push a little bit. Then I saw a bear. It growled at me. Pretty sure it was a cub, so I said some words a lot and sprinted out of there because I didn't want to meet Mama. Just kept riding. Feeling really good about the finish. Starting to feel like I'm on buckle pace. Started to push a little bit harder. Started to eat a little bit more. Make sure I was on the calories. Make sure I was feeling good. Feeling mentally good. And then we were climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. My Garmin was taking me. It was starting to get laggy. Like, lagging. Just it'd turn a corner and go down the road, and then it would tell you I was going the wrong way. I was like, well, you told me to go that way. So I go back, and it kept doing that. So I kept having to re-climb climbs that I'd already climbed, which is annoying. And just like, I want to do this climb again. So felt like we were climbing for about an hour and a half with no real descents. It's just like a little bit of a dip, and then you're right back up the next hill. And I'm like, I know you're going to get a descent in here. I'm starting to get up to 20 miles to go, and I look over the crest, and I'm like, there's a big one. Todd, if you ever watch this, you're probably not going to watch this, but you would smile. I know you did this on purpose, and you're going to have a big grin about it, and that's fine. But I went down this hill, and I'm like, finally descent, yeah, just flying. I'm doing like 30 miles an hour. I cross this little bridge, and I go up to the next part of the hill, and of course. Mother! Turn around, I'm like, oh yeah, that was like a 16% climb that I just flew down. Walk the bike up the hill. Why does Todd do this? Why do we have to go? It's almost done. I'm 20 miles. There's a left turn. There's nothing here. There's no roads. There's no... Oh, hey, there's some weeds. Oh, yeah, there's a trail behind the weeds. You could call it a trail. Hey, big surprise, it's another one of those rutted out, muddy UTV trails. And this one sucks. This one is way overgrown. Way overgrown. Sticks and weeds and trees and mud. And I'm like, I just got my drivetrain cleaned off because I've been riding in the dusty gravel for the last hour and a half, so I didn't have any mud on it. Like, SM5, in case your bike wasn't aft enough already. And I'd read a prior race report that made me think that this section was going to be about 12 miles, and I was dismayed. I was angry. I might have said some words. Might have called Todd a few names. I did. Called Todd a few names. And then I thought, I got 20 miles to go. I'm on buckle pace right now. I don't care how long this road is. I'm going to buckle this thing. I took a caffeine tablet, ate a bunch of food, and I said, I don't care what it takes. I am pushing as hard as I can for every second for the rest of this ride. Turned out that trail was only 1.5 miles long. No big deal. Got back on the gravel, and I just hammered. Just pushed as hard as I could. That was close, and I got a couple hours. I mean, 20 miles, you think, 20 miles, what's that? Could be 3 hours, could be 3.5. It wasn't. It was under 2, I think. Yeah, it was under 2. I did the last 20 miles in like 1:40 or something like that, so I was making good time. Yeah, finally turned my phone on because I got it to charge. Cable dried out. That was good. Got some text messages from friends, told them about how much I was hallucinating. It was a lot. I hallucinated a lot. Like, at one point I saw a wolf on the side of the trail. And then it turned into a sheep. And I was like, a wolf would make sense. A sheep does not make sense. There shouldn't be a sheep there. And then it was three birds. Really? What? I'm really confused. What? Oh, it's a rock with a stick behind it. Okay, moving on. And then houses. Kept seeing houses. Like shanties. Like Lake Winnebago ice fishing brightly colored shanties. Just right there on the side of the road. Trail. Road. Road is too strong a word. Trail. Okay. Outhouses. Houses. Just random buildings. Saw a red pine, one of those red, not like an evergreen, but it's red. Thought it was a bright red bear. Moving on. Texting with friends. Yeah. Then I had to silence because people were texting. I can't focus. I gotta go. So then I gotta put my headphones in, put on some I Prevail, and just finish that freaking thing. We got the road. Pavement. Big old climb right before the finish. Like, big old climb. Not long, but steep. Didn't care. It's on pavement. You could put me up at 20%. I don't care. It's pavement. It was glorious pavement. And then finish. And that was it. I was very happy. Yeah. Screamed a lot at the finish. That was cool. Rode all the way through, no sleep. 242.9 miles. Other people got 15,000 feet of climbing. I got 12. I don't know. It was a lot of climbing either way. Don't know how much exactly. Devices are unreliable. Yeah, that's the recap. Lots of stuff. Damn, I thought I was going to finish the whiskey before I was done talking. This one hasn't... It hasn't been about a bike race for me. It's hard to describe how much my life has changed since I started doing Crusher events. And Margie was a great finish line. It was phenomenal. Especially the first time to do that event and to cross the finish line as fresh meat was incredible. But this, like, 4 years of work. I didn't do Crusher all those years. 2023 I took off, but I was still working. So 4 years I've been working at this event and quit it twice. So to finish was like, there's nobody there except for my two friends that I rode with for most of and all of the time. And that was the best finish line I ever crossed. And it's... Todd always says there is no finish line. And I get it. I thought I got it, but I get it. Because this isn't about the bike for me. It's about the mind. It's about motivation and life and how this stuff is easy. Life is hard. Riding a bike is easy. Like, you can make riding a bike tough, and this is a hard ride, don't get me wrong, but life is hard. Like, that's freaking hard. Raising kids is tough. Watching friends die of COVID and cancer is tough. Watching family members struggle is tough. That's the hard stuff. The motivation coming from action. Doing big things. makes you realize what life is really about. The people with you, the ones who encourage you and who you want to encourage, that's what matters. And if it takes big bike rides to figure that out, it's absolutely worth it. And I wouldn't change a thing. I am so grateful for the community that I'm a part of and the ability to do these kind of races, to have the health, to have the legs, to have the drive. That's what it's about. It's more than just riding a bike. I don't know if I'll ever share it. I took a video of myself when I got the green dot email, and it was raw. You know, I'm pretty vulnerable. Most folks who know me know that I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm pretty open, but that was a raw video. I cried. Like, legit wept. And it's because me and my wife and my family have gone through a lot. I mean, everybody does. We all go through stuff. It's all hard. And pushing through this just somehow made it all worth it. I don't know how to make sense of that. It just is. So, yeah, that's Crusher. That's Crusher. I still got whiskey to finish. Night, folks. Thanks for tuning in.